We're late by a minute.
2 minutes. It just turned 6:05.
I'm the worst. All my fault. I got everything ready for the stream, and then some of my friends are playing Helldivers, and I haven't spoken to one of them in a long time, like over Discord. I haven't heard his voice in a while, so I was like, I'm gonna go spread democracy with my friend Douche.
Is that what you do in that game?
Yeah, I mean, quote unquote.
I was sitting out back. It's a little too warm for me for as early in the year as it is, but it still feels nice outside, and the pollen hasn't gotten too bad yet. It's about to. But I was just sitting out in the backyard with Hilo, watching him chase bumblebees around and try to eat them.
Don't let him eat bumbles.
I'm not letting him or not letting him eat bumblebees. He's just
I guess that's just a lesson he's got to learn on his own.
I've never seen him catch one. They're too fast for him, but he's gonna try. But what's up, everybody? Welcome to another Lego chill stream. We got like 2 more streams, you think, to finish this?
We'll see. Maybe 3. I don't know. We're just doing the coverings now, and I'm not sure we have this much left in the book.
It's more than it looks like, for me at least. But
we'll see. I figured we'll just build 2 more bags today and see where we get.
Yeah. Want to say what's up to our channel members. We got Sean Room, Dark Car, Ice, Jeannie from Tahini, Gio Flores, Andy. What is up, everybody? Sean Room said, looks like someone had too much Cerveza Cristal. Oh, you don't have the thing set up?
No, and I actually, I moved the file for it somewhere, and so when I opened OBS, it was like, we can't find this file, and I was like,
Oh, dang.
It was in the folder that I rename, like, our renders for the week, and then I name it the date, so I renamed that folder, so that's all. There was no time to fix everything, because I had to play games with my friends.
Well, this is my first drink of the day. I don't know about you.
Yeah, you've been with me all day. I am wasted.
No, last night we probably had 1 too many glasses of wine, but we were watching trash TV at its finest.
We were celebrating the end of Love is Blind.
Yeah, we were watching the reunion of Love is Blind season 6
and
last night.
I'm not going to watch that sober.
It was good, though. Like, I thought for a reunion show it was pretty good. But then Alex was like, I kind of want to try watching Perfect Match, which if you've watched Perfect Match, it's
way worse.
Trashier. So we gave that a shot. But it was fun. We needed it.
I had fun laughing with you.
Yeah, we needed a trash TV night after working all day. But how are you guys doing? What kind of trash TV are you guys watching right now? Because now we need something new. I don't know if we're going to continue into Perfect Match territory.
I don't think so. Even with a few wines in me, I was like, this is bad.
Yeah. Ooh, Brad Scanlon in chat said, did y'all hear about Hello from the Magic Tavern getting its animated series? I'm stoked. We did see that yesterday, and I am so excited about that. I'm happy for them.
Happy for them.
They've been doing that show, the podcast, for so long, and I'm really, really excited for an animated show.
I'm curious to see what the format will be, or if we are far from caught up on it. Like, I think we're in the middle of season 2 right now, and they've been going for 5. And the first season is all just kind of sit-down interviews with occasionally, like, they have a plot. And I think it got to be more plot-based, or it gets to be more plot-based, so that might be what the series is about. But I would be fine if it was all just, like, why don't we animate our old interviews and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited for that.
No idea. I didn't read the article. I don't know when it's supposed to begin, but very psyched for them.
I think it's
the guy
by...
that plays Usador the Wizard follows us.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty cool.
Careful, Hilo. Hilo is once again right underneath me, just on top of so many cables and stuff down there. I think it's by the same people that are like in charge of Rick and Morty. I'm not sure, but I think I read
so,
that.
because I think it was Starburns Productions. I think that's Dan Harmon's company.
Yeah. A couple of people talking about Shogun. We've talked about maybe giving that a shot.
That is not trash.
That's
TV.
not trash TV. Let me be clear. Just a good show, apparently. Galen Good, thank you for the first super chat of the night. No question, just saying thanks for everything you guys do. Always great content. Keep being awesome.
Thanks, Galen.
Thank you. We will try to keep being awesome.
Shogun, I want to get into. It's just there's too much going on right now. we're kind of slowing down now that we got through the bachelor party and the wedding, and now I'm feeling caught back up. After last weekend was the wedding, so now I'm feeling a little more stable.
I've just been chilling. The wedding was a lot of fun, though. But we talk about it briefly in the Q&A, and I'll put some clips of some fun videos and pictures and stuff that we took. But yeah, I don't know, like we get into these moods where like right now we're in the middle of our another rewatch of Parks and Recreation, and that's just like our comfort show that we would just like put on when we're exhausted. And sometimes I feel like my brain is too tired to watch something new. I feel like that a lot at the end of some days, so I gotta just like hype myself up to watch something new.
Yeah, I mean, like you don't want to necessarily pay super close attention. You want to just be like, I know everything that's going to happen here, and I will laugh along with it.
Yeah.
I'll quote it.
And Scotty Heron says, who do you think is under the mask of that clone? Yeah, we talked a lot yesterday about the secret operative clone that survived quite a bit. I
think it's just, for now, I'm just going to go with normal clone. Just a normal reg. I will be perfectly happy if it's not, but I'd rather be surprised about it. But so far we've seen, 3 of them, and they've all just been regs. This one does seem special. The fact that they survived and they got a lot of extra attention and had a special visor and stuff.
Yeah.
So I can see that there might be something special about this one specifically.
I still think it's just another reg, but I do think there is something to pay attention to how they are maybe getting better and better. So whatever Hemlock's experiments are that he's doing with these clones to make them supercharged, like super awesome, special, kind of like the best of all the Bad Batch guys, like they just keep getting better and better and they're more resilient. So maybe it's just that it's the experimentation being done on them that's keeping them going. I don't think it's like Tech or anyone. I don't think it's Tech. I don't think it's Cody.
If I had to make a guess or like a theory that I like the most, it would be what Joseph Scrimshaw said last night about it being just Crosshair, a clone of Crosshair, and the fact that CX Commando kept going rogue. And that's kind of like a Bad Batch thing.
Yeah.
So I think that is something to look out for. But what throws me off is that they would have to have grown them so fast. If it's a clone of Tech or a clone of Crosshair, it's like,
yeah,
you made that in a couple months.
I don't know. I feel tired from reading everyone's speculations about who it is, and it feels like we talked about this last night too on the stream. It feels like Merrick all over again. Like, who is he? Who's Merrick? Who's under his mask?
Just Marok.
It's just a green smoke monster guy. Like, it was no one. So I feel like as Star Wars fans, we're always reading a little bit too much into who's who, and a lot of times it's no one special. It's just another.
I'm trying to not hype myself up that it's anyone at all, and just be like, it's probably another reg. And then if the visor goes up and it's tech, then I'll be like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm happy to be surprised by it, but I don't want to like spend a lot of time and energy being like, who is it, and try to figure out who it is, only for it to be like, it's just a dude.
Yeah. Just a dude.
I'm just clone.
My job is just clone. Maddie Gunner said, I can't wait for the Scooby-Doo style reveal of just some dude.
It was slick all along.
Brad Scanlon said there was the curious line from the third operative saying, why have I been activated? I guess that's a curious line. I don't know. Maybe he was like, the other one died already? Or got captured already?
Really, dude? I mean, I think it's just, why am I getting orders? Because it was a hologram, so he had to have been elsewhere.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm not that worried about who's under that mask, because as we near closer and closer to the end of this series, I'm paying way more attention to just the members of the Bad Batch, Crosshair and his journey, Omega, and like, I'm way more excited to see what they do in the coming episodes to try to figure out about this M-count situation. What's that? Like, who might know about that? What is
this unsolvable riddle?
I'm just waiting for Ventress.
Right.
Not so patiently. Ice, thanks for the super chat. Hey, y'all, missed the stream yesterday, but some belated Bad Batch thoughts. The 2 episodes this week were great. Still loving the pacing of the season. Yeah, the pacing feels pretty good so far. I do think the 2 episodes we got this week, I think that could have been 1 episode. But
it was a lot that happened. It was just kind of like a mid-season, let's just have a bunch of action kind of thing. Because there wasn't a whole lot of... There weren't any new big revelations. There's more questions to be asked. Mm-hmm. And I'm fine with... I really enjoyed them.
I think that the moment of the big reveal of Wolf being back, it makes sense to like end the episode there and have that be like a little mini cliffhanger that we then get some closure, some explanation on in the next one. But these episodes, yeah, they didn't do anything crazy story-wise.
I do wonder if it was always meant to be a 2-parter. I'm going to guess no. Like, I think that little cliffhanger with Wolf was meant to be like, this is what you have to look forward to next week, and then they decided to maybe pair it up. Mm-hmm. I'm always curious about that. When and how do they decide what is going to air together? Or, like, we're going to do a 3-episode premiere. I'm always curious about that.
Yeah. Cameron Stewart says, I think the good clones will try to free him from his, quote, programming and use the weird tracking thing Crosshair mentioned to work back and find Tantus. That would be interesting to see, like, try to snap him out of it, and, you know, they have him as kind of their prisoner, but to see what that would look like to try to get through to him, and if that even would work.
I like it. I do think there's still hope for those clones.
Oh, yeah. There's always hope in Star Wars. Lightspeed Bear, thanks for the super chat. Rogue Squadron back from the dead? So hyped, if true. Yeah, so Patty Jenkins came out and said that she's back to working on getting a script done for Rogue Squadron to give to Star Wars. So does that mean it's completely greenlit to be made? No.
I don't think so. Yeah, I did not jump up and run around the room like I did in 2020. I was
We've
more
been
just like,
burned too many times
okay,
in the past that like this particular news didn't really get us too excited. We were like, okay, they owe them a script that makes sense on paper.
I hope for a Rogue Squadron film or series or something someday, but right now I'm just like, okay.
I'll believe it when I
Not to
see
be
it.
a downer, but where's this piece?
Yeah, Recovery Hacker says, I just read that article on Deadline. When you read her actual quote, it's not that exciting. It sounds very just like clinical. Like she talks about they were starting to develop it right when like the strikes happened or something like that, and just the idea that she owes them a script was brought up. And
I was like, but haven't you owed them a script for several years at
right,
this
so
point?
so
Like,
this whole time there hasn't been a script, or is this a new script? I don't know. Sean Room, thanks for being a member of the Biggs Mega Fans for 12 months. How do you all feel about the shift from arcs in the Clone Wars to a more continuous narrative in Bad Batch? Do you miss the arc format of around 4 episode stories? I much prefer the narrative, but we still are getting little mini arcs, just maybe not in this last season.
it's I mean, like you could maybe consider infiltration extraction like a little mini arc, but yeah, I prefer the Star Wars Rebels Bad Batch way of storytelling more than the way we would jump around to random characters and be like, this one's all about Kit Fisto, which is great, but I prefer to be able to stick with one core group and then characters like enter and exit their story.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it just depends on the show. For Bad Batch, it's so much more concentrated on the members of the Bad Batch. And, the clones make it a bigger scale too, I guess. But the Clone Wars had so many characters in it that you needed those different arcs throughout the season.
I'll always appreciate the boldness of the Clone Wars and just being like, we're gonna go for it and tell these huge stories. And it's so smart, like the ability to have these large scale battles where it's like it's a bunch of the exact same model over and over again fighting a bunch of droids that are the exact same model. Like, it's smart.
Yeah.
George Lucas is a smart man.
Are we in focus? Someone said the focus was off, and I can't really tell from back here.
I can't tell from here either.
We do have a lot going on the table here. Let me go check.
I'm looking at the screen all the way across the room, and I can't tell.
Maybe I'll just tilt this up a little bit, try to keep the focus on us.
It should do face detection, but
Well, with everything in focus right here, it's hard.
this is smaller than I thought. We'll probably do 2 bags today.
I don't know if that helped at all, but we'll see. And Charles from accounting, thanks for the super chat. Do you guys think Omega and the gang will ever really find out what M count stands for? And if so, will they say the forbidden M word? I do think they'll figure out what it is. And I hope they say the word.
I think they will. I also don't think that there's some sort of weird conspiracy to not say the word metachlorian. I think it's just that they're trying to make it a mystery for the clones to unwrap, and maybe Rex has heard the word metachlorian, but he doesn't exactly know what it means. and it's faster to just say M count. I also think that for anyone on Mount Tantus, they would probably be talking about M counts instead of running around yelling the word metachlorian, because then that just provides more clues. But I think it'll get said. If they find, our current theory is that they might track down Quinlan Voss. They may have worked, the Bad Batch seems like they would work well with Quinlan Voss.
Yeah.
So maybe they track him down, Asajj is with him, and then they all talk about midichlorians together.
They have a little midichlorian powwow episode, which would be great.
And Omega gets to go, I've been wondering, what are midichlorians?
Midichlorians? Yeah, I am looking forward to them discussing that. And we talked a lot last night about when Rex says, like, M count, and then he's kind of like, I have an idea, but I don't want to say just yet. Like, he doesn't want to jump the gun in case he's wrong or, say anything that he shouldn't say around anyone. But
I liked what Joseph said about that he may have, that may have been a moment of recognition, and he's like,
yeah,
I probably shouldn't start blabbing about this.
Exactly.
Wasn't expecting to hear Jedi stuff right now.
Right. Yeah, for him to be like, oh, if it's Jedi stuff, then this might be a much more intense situation than we thought. Ice, thanks for another super chat. Awesome to see Chuchi back this season and Senator Singh from season 1. Also, so glad the Empire doesn't seem to know Chuchi is in on the clone network. I was afraid she was who the assassin was after.
I think they probably know now.
Did they see her?
I mean, she was talking to Singh. I guess she had her back to the assassin, but
Chuchi actually had a disguise.
Not really.
While Singh was just walking around in his normal outfit.
She was in her normal outfit too. She
had a
was
hood.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
No, she didn't.
She did, and she takes it off after she sits down.
I thought she was just pouring tea.
No, she had a hood or something on.
You're probably right. No, this is the kind of stupid thing that married couples fight about. She did not have a hood.
I'm gonna look and see.
All right, I believe you.
Speaking about married couples, Lord Hosk sent a super chat in and said, "We can ask anything, right? Will you marry me?" I don't think we're the people to ask. We're already taken.
I will not marry you, Lord Hosk.
Yeah,
sorry.
That's a hard no. I'm sorry. We're taken.
I like Molly too
but
much.
I like the supportive nature of the question, I guess. I like your enthusiasm.
How's your search going?
It's going well. Let me find the next super chat while I look. This one is another from Scotty Heron. Are any other clone trooper deaths in the Clone Wars or the Bad Batch that top the irony of Fireball blowing himself up with a flamethrower heating up a thermal detonator?
He loves spicy food and he loves explosives and fire. I don't know that he loves explosives and fire, but that's how he went out. And yeah, is there anyone else that has a name that's just, well, droid bait? I'll go with droid bait. That's about as ironic as you can get.
Droid bait. Yeah, R.I.P. to Fireball.
He seemed cool.
He did seem cool, and he was like talking about making food more spicy, and I was like, this guy,
he's my man.
We could be friends.
I also like Samson as a clone name. R.I.P. to him too.
Yeah.
I was really bummed that the whole clone network basically got taken out.
All right, maybe she didn't have a hood on, but she definitely has one there. She wasn't seen by anyone though. that I could see.
Okay.
Like, she's already inside,
But
unless it
still,
happens
like,
afterwards.
It's on Pantora. I think the Empire probably knows what's up with her.
You leave Chooch alone.
I'm not saying I want that to happen.
The Chooch must stay safe. I'm trying to think of any other clone deaths that are ironic to their name. I'm sure there are more, but I'm sure there is a clone out there with like a Tuckerization of Wilhelm.
That'd be funny.
Did everyone catch the Hilo clone name? It was spelled different, Hilo, but we all know they named that clone after
why spell
our
it
dog.
like that and then pronounce it the right way?
Caitlin Good sent a super chat in. Thank you so much. When do you think Rex grows the beard? I thought he would have it starting to grow out after the time skip.
I think he probably grows it once he retires on Sealos and becomes a Jupa fisherman.
Yeah, they don't want to make another model for him for the Bad Batch, so they're not going to make a model just to show some extra stubble growing in.
I'd be interested to see it, but I'm kind of hoping there is an epilogue for the Bad Batch just to show Rex and Wolf and Gregor setting up on their retirement community.
Yeah. But then we got to talking about what ultimately happens to the three of them, that where they like feel like they can't live normal lives and they have to go off and just seclude themselves and live a life on their own.
Maybe they just wanted a break.
Or maybe that's what they wanted all along, just the three of them just hanging out Golden Girls style.
Ah, dang it.
Oh, I loved this moment. Scotty Heron, thanks for another super chat. Rex catching and tossing back the grenade.
That was sick. Yeah.
A++. I saw several people talking about that on Twitter, and people thought it was so hot, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. The thirst is real for the clones, and I was not prepared for it. Grenade Daddy. Are we gonna call Rex Grenade Daddy from now on?
I guess so.
I'll allow it. Ice sends another super chat and says, I thought Ventress would have a base on Teth since she used it before, but I never considered that Rex would repurpose a former Separatist fortress as a base for his network. Honestly, I like that more. Yeah, I like that the clones were able to like repurpose that location on Teth and use it for this purpose now, and I think that's nice. I just think Teth is a really cool planet. It's pink and purple.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how this goes. I think it's... Yeah. All right. One more layer done.
Ann Porkins says, from Grenade Daddy to Beard Zaddy. Oh yeah, Maddie, the thirst for Hauser is unmatched for sure. That one I knew about.
I may have put these just slightly off.
Uh-oh. What do you mean?
No, that looks right.
Ooh, Brad, I see your super chat. I'll get to that in a second. But Jane, thanks for being a Biggs Mega Fan member for 19 months. What is y'all's favorite road trip snack? I'm on the road and I can't decide. So, if you're anywhere near a Buc-ee's, the beaver nuggets are divine. They're very...
we just had those for the first time. Like them a lot.
They're very unhealthy, though. Like, it's complete trash. We were, like, trying to figure out what it was exactly, and we couldn't really... But other than that, because those are very specific to Buc-ee's. Did you do that whole piece wrong?
I did this whole piece wrong.
How?
Wait. Yeah, how? This should be back, like, just a little bit.
What are beaver nuggets made out of? Exactly. So we were trying to figure that out, and it's like corn and sugar. It's kind of like cereal, but they're like the size of cheese puffs.
How did this even go? Okay. Everyone remain calm.
We're calm. You're the one freaking out.
Oh, does this just shift back?
Any other road trip snacks that
Um,
you can think of? I love Sour
Just like-
Patch Kids. Nothing that can get too melty. Like chocolate stuff will
Yeah.
melt and get all over your fingers, so I don't really do that much.
I think I'm just gonna stick with the nuggets, beaver nuggets.
Yeah, those are good. Something kind of like salty and real crunchy to keep you awake. It depends on how hungry I am. Like if I'm not hungry, I'll get candy probably, but if I'm wanting
This is
like
probably the easier way to do this.
a more fulfilling snack, I'll get like chips. I'm not like a super big fan of Funyuns, but also I can't remember the last time I've had them, so I can't say for sure. It is getting hot in here with these lights.
Well, you wanted to have more lights in here.
I did. You had to play video games in here though and fill the room with hot air coming from your computer. You need to put that little air conditioned unit in the window in here. Brad Scanlon has another super chat. What's an object Quinlan can touch to get some more information about Project Necromancer?
Nalise's data pad. They've got that.
Could he just touch Omega's head?
I think it needs to be an inorganic object, but I'm not sure. Okay, I put these in the right place, but
The data pad's not bad, but do they still have that with them?
I think so. They took it to the outpost.
Yeah, I don't know. That might feel like cheating if Quinlan could just touch something and tell them all about it. I think Omega's ability to fill them in on what she experienced there is probably enough.
This doesn't make sense.
Ice goes on to say in another super chat, not gonna lie, I pumped my fist when they said they removed the shock tooth from CX-1. Like, yes, finally, first thing to do after capturing an Imperial isn't finding them a cell. It's to start pulling teeth. Yeah, I made a joke when we were recording our commentary that I was like, did they just pull all of his teeth until they found the right one, or did they look for that one specifically? But yeah, first things first, get that chaos cavity out of there. Keep them from doing that.
Sorry, I think I can fix this pretty easily. I'm just like, I built it the way it told me to, but it's a half brick, like, forward too far.
Are you sure?
I'm double checking that I built it the right way.
Because sometimes it looks like it's off center and it's not.
The way it is here, so the picture shows that it should be only halfway through this gray thing, and it's over it. And that makes sense because I couldn't line it up right, line this piece up right. So I'm trying to...
Oh boy.
And those are in the right place. How is that right?
Christopher Killian, thank you for the next super chat. Have you guys ever seen a show called Breaking Bad? If so, love to hear your thoughts. We have seen that show. Well, I think I've seen most of it.
I've seen it all and love it.
It's a good show. I mean, critically and I think personally we both like it. I remember like still kind of rooting for what's his name? Walter, even in the end. And Alex was like, "You're not supposed to root for him anymore." And I was like, "He worked so hard." And I remember hating his wife. Skylar, is that her name?
Yeah. Just because she got in his way of ruining everyone else's lives.
Yeah. I was Team Walter the whole time. But I watched it on a very surface level.
This.
So I don't think I really was paying too much close attention to like who the real villains were.
It's clearly Walter.
He was working hard. Hi, Brian. Scotty Heron, thanks for another super chat. In honor of Pi Day, which characters do you think would care most about it? I want to vote Avon Staros, maybe, or maybe Galen Erso. So who would care about, who would walk into the office that morning and be like, "Happy Pi Day"?
I like Avon and Galen, two mathematicians. But I was also going to just say good old Dexter Jetster.
Oh yeah, he would like bake a bunch of pies and bring them around to all of his friends for Pi Day.
All right, let's see if this fixes this. Oh God.
I feel like Ki-Adi-Mundi for some reason would be into Pi Day, and everybody would just roll their eyes. Okay, fine, whatever. Tech for sure would care about Pi Day.
Nope, that didn't fix it. This makes no sense.
Brian says, "Wait a minute, this isn't the Love is Blind Lego build. If Love is Blind had a little Lego set of the pods, I would 100% get that and build it." Grogu would definitely care about Pi Day, but only like the kind you can eat.
I have done something completely wrong and I don't know what.
Oh. I wish I could help.
Put that back. I'm like trying to find a way to just quickly fix this, but
Could you move on without fixing it?
not really.
Okay.
Well, I could at least put that cover on, but then this cover won't be on, and I won't know what to do.
Ice has another super chat. Do you think the hidden tracker in the Assassins might be a similar design or technology as the inhibitor chip? Those also wouldn't show up on scans unless they were specifically flagged for it.
I guess. Maybe it's a new kind of inhibitor chip.
Yeah.
Well, they still, like, back in episode 1 showed them experimenting on Crosshair's chip, so that could play into things.
I mean, most of those clones still have the chips in their heads, so I think it's more likely that it's the same chip that they're maybe altering. And that's why they needed Nala Se, because she might be the only person who knows how to alter the chips. Suggestion, look at what you did on the other side of the ship.
They're both wrong.
I was like, I'm pretty sure he did that, but just in case.
Whatever I did it on both sides.
Oh, Terra Sunube would also, I think, care about Pi Day.
Like, everything I'm looking at, I'm like, I did this right. It just doesn't line up here.
David Livingston, thank you for the super chat. Has there ever been a underground railroad, quote unquote, for enslaved beings, like Twi'leks and Star Wars, like the path the Jedi use, or the clone underground?
I figured it out. The Venator, the bridge is wrong. All right, that's better.
I'm trying to think.
I mean,
there was in Visions.
Say the question again, now that I've averted.
Has there ever been another like underground railroad situation, kind of like the path use?
Sabe and Tonra in the Queen's Shadow books, they set up a way to get slaves off of Tatooine. We haven't seen like the full details of how that worked, but it was probably something similar. They found a way to find actually Shmi Skywalker with Baru found a way to find the devices that are in all slaves so they could remove them and then get people to safety.
Mm-hmm. Did you figure it out?
Yep.
Yay! Brian's suggested to just start over, and that would be easier.
Let me get it in the bag.
I forgot you had the other bags out there. I was like, where's he going? Just leaving me alone to do the rest of the stream.
I did everything right. I just didn't realize that this whole piece could slide back.
Yeah.
Which is scary. That it's not that secure, but whatever.
Let's see. Next super chat comes from Ricio Matt. Sorry if I said your name wrong. Thought y'all would find this funny. I told my girlfriend about Temptation of the Force. She knows I love the High Republic. Recently she asked me, what was that book you were going to read? Freaky Force?
That's like a Freaky Friday Star Wars combination.
But
Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi's switch bodies for a day.
Yeah, but I think they mean like more like it's gonna be smut.
Yeah, it's gonna be freaky.
Things are gonna get freaky.
The Force goes freaky.
When is that supposed to come out? I forgot they announced that.
June? I can't remember. I have it written down somewhere, but I don't know it off the top of my head.
June. Okay, yeah. We just found out that we were going to take a little short beach trip in a couple of weeks, and that would have been a nice beach read. But I gotta find something real short and gross and messy to read while I'm on the beach. Or I'll just keep going in my ACOTAR books.
Maybe I'll restart the Dresden Files or something. I like reading Dresden on the beach.
You should read ACOTAR.
Maybe I'll do that too. I don't know.
Here's a thought. We set up our little spot in the shade on the beach, and we play the graphic audio of
As loud as it can go.
of ACOTAR. Ice, thanks for another super chat. I normally find it odd how attached people get to clones with barely any screen time, but I was upset when Fireball and Nemec died. They were real ones. Just don't have the name Nemec in Star Wars. Just don't.
Death sentence.
It's never gonna go well.
Fireball was great, though.
Yeah, I liked Fireball a lot. I also don't understand getting super attached to clones, but that's just me.
You don't have a favorite clone?
Yeah, it's Scorch. No, I don't have a favorite clone because I didn't grow up watching Clone Wars, and I never really cared about them until Bad Batch. Bad Batch made me care about the clones more.
Wouldn't like Tech be your favorite clone?
Maybe. Right now it's Omega.
Okay, that counts. Boba Fett would count too.
But, I mean, I'm only attached to the Bad Batch clones because the stories have been so focused on them.
Right.
Ziggy Space Dust said, "Hi from the UK. Just realized you've changed your clocks in the States."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alex had to tell me that that's not a thing around the rest of the world. You guys don't have to do stupid daylight savings time change, and that...
Or they might, but it might be a different week or something.
Maybe it's like a different time, but I don't know why we're still doing it. It's so dumb, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a stop to it soon. Like, people have been talking about that it's not going to be a thing anymore, but until then, we still had to change our clock. We did that the night of the wedding that we were at this past weekend. It was like someone brought it up late into the night that we were going to lose an hour of sleep, and everybody was like, no.
We'd all stayed up
worst.
too late drinking, and we were like, oh god.
Oh, we were up till like 3:30 in the morning. We were
what
out
have
on
we done?
we were out on the beach in complete darkness, just being silly billies, thinking we're not as old as we are.
I'm gonna live forever.
Oh my god, I felt so rough. Like, I feel like I just got over that weekend yesterday. And even then, I'm still feeling like kind of just sore and achy for no particular reason. Actually, it was from wearing heels. That messed my whole body up. Oh my god. AT&T is here again.
Are you kidding me?
No. At least they came an hour earlier today.
At least he hasn't knocked or made any noise for Hilo to freak out.
Yeah.
They put fiber into our internet, or into our neighborhood, which is great. I look forward to having fiber. Don't look forward to having TNT or AT&T, but they're having people like go around the neighborhood, and I've talked to this guy twice where I'm like, I'm busy and I don't want to get the sales pitch from you. I'll sign up online, and he keeps coming back. Like, you're making me not want to get it.
Well, they always come like right around dinner time, and I'm like, I don't want to talk to a stranger at my front door when I'm cooking dinner. And in this case, we're working, so get out of here. Scram.
We have important work to do.
Brian says, I would be curious what a Star Wars dating show would look like in the galaxy far, far away. I think it would look like Love is Blind. I think it would look the same as any of our other dating shows.
People would be way more surprised by what was on the other side.
Oh. I guess that's true. Yeah, it would be hard not to be like, so does your species need to live in water? Or, because, I'm not about that life. And
I live on Tatooine.
Bakey, thanks for another super chat. Is Omega going to let herself get captured in order to find out where Mount Tantus is? That would be...
That's a bold strategy,
kind of a dumb move. Like, I don't see her thinking that that's a good idea.
Like,
but she does know that they can't kill her. Like, she is vital to whatever they're doing there, so... Maybe? I don't know. That seems too dangerous.
If nobody cared about getting back to Tantus, then maybe. If she needed to, light a fire under everyone's butts to be like, we have to go save those clones, then I could understand her being like, fine, I'll just get myself captured again and you'll have to come save me. But I don't think she needs to go to those measures. Unless they stuck a tracker on her.
But I feel like the Empire would know to look for that.
I agree.
And scan her and find it.
I still say it's a bold strategy.
Maybe too bold in this case. Ice goes on to say, something interesting I noticed was that Wolf doesn't seem to be fully aware of Hemlock's operations or the details of the mission to capture Omega. When they showed him, I thought it was implying he might have undergone the same conditioning they tried to do on Crosshair, but not the case. I mean, they didn't show him. They just were like, hey, this is happening.
No, I think he means when the show showed him. When we, the audience, first saw him.
Okay. That makes me concerned for what he will go through that has him so shaken in Rebels, but still willing to trust the Empire. It's a very interesting position he's in now, knowing where he winds up.
We talked about this last night, and I think that he has no idea what's going on at Tantus. He was just given orders, and he was in the area, I guess, like, hey, go to Teth and get this target. I think him defying orders is going to get him a one-way ticket to Tantus, and then after that, he will be against the Empire. But I think he'll still be afraid of them, so that when Jedi show up at his doorstep, he's going to be like, I would rather just tell the Empire and cross my fingers and hope for the best, instead of them finding out. Like, it's a little bit of Stockholm Syndrome. That's my current theory.
Yeah. Hilo's trying so hard to stretch out down here, and he just can't. He's too big. I am excited for the eventual moment of Wolf having that realization that he needs to, go and help the other clones.
So I think the next time we see him, he might be at Tantus already stuck. I think he's going to need rescuing, but then he'll quickly be like, yeah, I'll help.
You mean before he gets his brain scrubbed or whatever? Do you think they're going to do that to him?
They're not getting... What do you mean?
What do you mean? You think Wolf is going to be sent to Tantus to get scrubbed?
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean he'll become a CX clone. So I don't know that he's going to get his brain scrubbed. He might just be there, they're taking his blood and doing other experiments on him.
Sure.
I don't necessarily think that everyone that gets sent there is going to turn into a CX.
They're getting turned into something. Or fed to the Zillo Beast.
Oh.
Oh, Dawson Asay, thank you for the super chat. Just ended things with a girl I was dating for several months, so this live stream dropped at the perfect time. Thanks for all the positivity. I'm sorry to hear that.
I hope we're helping.
This too shall pass.
Breakups suck.
Yeah. I hear listening to Taylor Swift helps, but I can't attest to that.
She wasn't out during my last breakup, so
I
didn't get to.
I've
try it
only
out.
heard rumors that is helpful. Cat Yellow Ranger said he might get a new cybernetic eye.
Wolf.
Yeah.
That's how they tempt him. Get over here. You want a fresh new eye? I assume he could have had one this entire time. Maybe he doesn't want one.
Yeah. He's like, this one gives me character.
Yeah.
I kind of think it's cool. Who needs depth perception anyways? A couple of people are saying the CX clones are canon shadow troopers, maybe related to dark troopers.
I think that they might be the Phase Zero Dark Trooper.
I think that's a good theory.
Nothing to suggest that yet, and especially since they just call them CX or Clone X Troopers. I think they call them in the credits. It's like
Or death troopers, like that. They
Yeah.
have to fit in there somewhere too.
Right. I think we could headcanon any number of things to be like, yeah, this was a predecessor to the next thing, Death Troopers or Dark Troopers, or maybe both.
Papa Bear Tucson says, I asked my barber for Hauser's haircut, and he said, what even is a Hauser?
Respect, though.
That is amazing.
You show him a picture of an animated character, like, give me this.
That would be hard to do, but not impossible. Gio Flores says, Alex, did you see the Amazon exclusive Jedi Fallen Order pack? He's in his Inquisitor suit.
What? No?
I don't know what that is.
Where is it? Amazon exclusive?
Right here.
No, I don't know what that is.
Like a Black Series? Let me Google it.
Give me the Ryloth clone daddy cut. Then he's like, oh yeah, gotcha, I know.
Okay, yeah, Black Series.
Okay, action figure.
Yeah. Oh, the 3-pack. Yes, I did see something about this.
Oh, is this for Imperial March or whatever?
Yeah. That's cool. It's like a 3-pack of him,
I've got a Trilla.
Trilla, and the Purge Trooper.
That's pretty neat.
Ooh, and he's got cool hair. Love that. It's almost Hauser hair. I don't know how to feel about the Imperial March merchandise thing, because I was like, oh, we're just celebrating the Empire for March. Okay, that's fine, I guess.
I don't
sell
mind
toys.
it, except for the fact that it's like we already have so much. Are we going to get more Stormtrooper action figures? Like, we need that.
That's the thing, though. Like, they can just churn out so many different variants of troopers. It's easy money.
There we go.
Aw. Recovery Hacker, thank you for being a Biggs Mega fan for 6 months. To echo what Dawson said, you guys' positivity really does help people. Over 6 months of hospice care with my dad, your videos helped me a lot. Well, that is very sweet of you to say.
I'm really sorry. That's got to be hard.
Yeah. Glad to know that this is helpful to people, that it's not just us wanting to sit here and build Lego and have a drink and chit chat. Adam asked, has Hasbro ever made the clone paratrooper yet? Purge troopers are literally just slightly different paratroopers.
I can't remember.
What are the paratroopers from?
They're on Utapau and Revenge of the Sith with Obi-Wan. It's just a Purge Trooper helmet. So, yeah, it would be basically a reskin, repaint. I don't know. It's like, I don't really collect just the Trooper variants. I more want to get, like, character stuff. When's the Max Rebo Black Series coming out? That's what I want to know.
Oh. Would he have any, like, moving parts?
It'd probably just be him sitting on his throne.
His throne.
His red ball organ. I have the old action figure, the Power of the Force one.
Yeah. Liz, thank you for the super chat. I've missed a few weeks, but has anyone pointed out that nearly all the scientists on Mount Tantus are women? Are they?
I think so. It's just Hemlock, and then...
Hemlock is just being gross on a whole other level.
Yeah.
Wanting to have silly little girlfriends. No, I don't think I noticed that.
He keeps hitting on them, and they're like, no.
They're like, we're smarter and better than you in every way. Get out of here. Creep. Go choke on poison.
He's like, I made myself immune.
Ugh. Get out of here. Go hang out with Palpatine, the only person that can out-creep you. Hemlock is not Science Daddy. You are 100% correct on that.
Is Galen Erso Science Daddy? Who is Science Daddy?
I mean, Galen is literally Science Daddy.
He is a daddy and he is science.
He is science. Tech was for sure Science Daddy.
Yeah.
Even with that weird little hairline situation he's got going on, I'll let it pass.
I hope I keep my hairline. God.
I've seen your dad's hair. You're fine. Ice, thank you for another super chat. Love Crosshair's fights with the clone operative and how CX2 has been set up as a foil to him, but he's going to be the new Rook, isn't he? Unkillable.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking the whole time watching.
We had the same thought of like, when is this dude going to die?
Yeah, I was like, come on. There's probably just a million more of just like him. Like, why is this one so important to keep alive? But I know Brian asked earlier about the discussion of who we think it is, and we talked about it at the start of the stream, but I don't know, I think he's just like another reg that has been turned into one of these secret operative guys. But Alex was thinking he could potentially be like a Crosshair specific clone that just got grown really quickly.
If I had to bet, if I were putting money down, it would just be on a reg. It's just a reg. Yeah. I think that's most likely, but I'm open to the idea that it could be something else, someone else.
Star Wars so many times has made it so easy to just like fall into this black hole of like, who could this be? Who could this be? Or this is this person related to this person? It's like we really need to try as a fandom to step back from that tendency, because it really does set people up for disappointment when it's just nobody.
That's when Marok turned into a cloud of dust. Everyone was like, "What?" And we're like, "Yeah, what?"
Yeah, it's just another random character to be foiled eventually. Like, not everyone has to be a big reveal or related to something to make it a big deal.
It's all Darth Vader's fault. He had to come out and tell Luke who he was. Now everyone's like, everyone's related.
The whole brother, sister, Luke, Leia, Vader being the father. It's like they have to have this weird element of soap opera-iness to everything now. Yeah. Vader, the original daddy. Leather daddy.
Yeah. I thought about saying and I didn't say it.
Well, when Revenge of the Sith has posters, official Star Wars merch saying "Who's your daddy?" Come on, let's get back to that. Come on, let's get back to that 2005 Star Wars merch.
I do miss when Star Wars didn't take itself so seriously.
Same. We were just talking about how like there needs to be the cups. We need paper plates and paper cut. Like they need to put Star Wars on just everything now.
Well, BB-8 got like Mandarin oranges, so I mean
that's true.
They do that.
I guess they do. Like,
but I want jokes written on the posters.
We had, what did we have? We had like the goldfish. I remember we had like the little Mando and Grogu goldfish.
Did we buy that because of Star Wars or just because we wanted goldfish?
Well,
they Dragon Con or something?
They sent it to us in one of those like.
They did?
It was in like a big bunch of stuff.
Okay.
Because I remember opening it and being like, "These are stale." Thanks a lot. It was probably like
stand in front of the camera.
One of the first packs that they cooked up. They were like, "Here, send these to the shills." I'm trying to think of what else food-wise. I mean, I know I've seen like boxes of mac and cheese and maybe like random like soup cans with Star Wars stuff on them, but like I'm hoping for the re-release of Phantom Menace that we get some cool stuff like that. Like the cups. They need to bring back the cups.
That'd be fun. If they redid the cups at Burger King. Was it Burger King or Taco Bell or wherever?
That's the only thing that could get me to go to Burger King.
I haven't been to a Burger King in forever.
In this day and age.
It's Denny's all over again.
God, that was so gross.
Give me a cup of Therm Scissor Punch on it. All right, that is probably it for today, but I do think we're going to finish it next week.
Nice.
Just a little bit more on the top there. So glad I didn't ruin all of this. I thought something was very wrong.
You were very worried.
You know how I get. I starting to sweat.
Yeah.
Starting to feel a little sick.
I know. Ice, thanks for another super chat. I definitely have my theories about CX2. I feel there is to be something coming with him. Why keep him alive otherwise? But I'm just enjoying the ride.
Yeah, I agree that the fact that they cut to a shot of him surviving, it's like, all right, they didn't have to do that because we know that there are multiple of them. There could have just been another operative and we wouldn't have questioned it. But now you showed us this, so it's something.
What a tease. I think that's gonna wrap it up for us because
probably good timing because we're doing a podcast later.
Yeah, we're gonna go cook and eat dinner, and then at 9 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna be on the HoloNet Marauders podcast. I believe it's a live show.
Oh, it is? Okay.
So we'll be on their channel at 9 p.m. talking more Bad Batch. Can't wait. Real quick, Sap the staff, if all clones are on Tantus or forced to retire, then by the time of Rebels, are there still clones left? I hope so. I hope they're all just living very happy lives, very far away from any trouble.
Yeah, I hope they just go get to chill somewhere.
Pabu's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Pabu will be fine. All of this will happen, and then the Empire will just leave it alone and let all the clones retire there.
Just get into the Empire's database, delete Pabu, be like, you forgot all about this place.
Yeah, delete it from the archives,
Mhm.
just like Camino.
Mhm.
Get it out of there. All right, guys, thanks for joining. Thanks for everyone in the chat, everyone who sent in super chats. We really appreciate you guys, and we'll be back streaming next Wednesday for more Bad Batch.
Yep.
Bye, everybody. Have a good weekend.
See ya.